Are we ready to go, my baby boy?
Darren, I've made an error. I've made a mistake. I'm very afraid for what this is going to become. I'm genuinely worried that I've dug myself a hole too deep and now I can't climb out.
I need to see your shame, DJ. It fuels my anger.
Okay, which city would you like to see? Would you like to see Willow Creek, Oasis Springs, or Newcrest?
I'm going to make a confession right now. I have never played The Sims, ever, except for 5 minutes, and I went, not
Really?
my thing. So,
well, it's about to be your thing. Willow Creek.
all right, here we go. What, is this the way it's supposed to look?
Not exactly. Let me confess, everything has been deleted from these cities.
You did an oopsie.
Oasis Springs, you will find, is a little more of a hip-looking town with some fun layouts, but is also quite empty.
Oh, that was just nuclear testing.
Newcrest succumbed to the same demise, of course. Newcrest a little bit smaller, a little more manageable.
Yeah,
now
got overly gentrified, some urban development. I get you.
Now, here's the thing. We need to rebuild. We need to rebuild from the ground up. Is this going to be an extensive process? Oh, absolutely. There's no avoiding that.
I've heard of The Sims. People take years working on their one house, and you nuked 3 cities. So what are you doing?
Well,
I think let's start small. Let's start Willow Creek. It's a good basis for.
Okay.
I don't know. What are you starting? A cult? What is this?
I wouldn't call it a cult. I mean, Newcrest is smaller. If you actually
cults
literally
don't call it a cult.
Here is something else to consider. If we look at a lot like Asphalt Abodes,
Who knows that
it,
lot that their house goes on? By the way,
I don't know. I don't know.
Hi, this is my house, and the yard is called Tinkertown.
We do have the ability to turn anything into anything.
I'm seeing museum and gym, so I could make a museum gym.
Well, you can't do both. You do have to sort of take your pick.
Now, you told me anything. My man.
Something to consider is that
I want Andy Warhol and Andy Swollhall, and you're not letting me do my dreams.
Here's my point about this. When you live in these towns, you're allowed to travel to any town. Maybe we get some people to live in Willow Springs, and maybe Oasis Springs is just a party town. Or, sorry,
it's
Willow
Burning
Creek.
Man, the city. The
yeah,
sequel.
what if Oasis Springs is just Burning Man, the city? And then Newcrest is, I don't know, a bunch of parks or something. I don't really know. Where to start?
I don't know if these all exist on a world map, but whatever the middle one is.
Willow Creek feels like sort of the middle, doesn't it?
It does. Well, it feels like my hometown where I grew up and then left.
Shall we start with something manageable like Crick Cabana? What?
See, no, I told you can't go and name. You don't even have a house. You don't have a cabana. That's like naming your house the sex dungeon, assuming that one day it will be a sex dungeon.
I think the problem is that there used to be houses here, and I just completely, just absolutely destroyed them. Because nobody names their lot Streamlit Single.
Very single man lives there.
Bargain Bend, Garden Essence, Daisy Hovel. All right, we're starting to Crick.
You know why it's called Garden Essence? Because there's no garden anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the essence of a garden. And the beauty of this is, because we don't own a household or anything, we're just going to go ahead. We're going to build.
We're living the millennial dream, not owning a house.
There is no access to the road proper. It just sort of exists in its own. All right.
In its own zone. Zoom in behind where that gap in the fence is. What does that tiny little sign say? Is that keep off the grass? Do we have an irate neighbor?
People can fish here.
Oh, that ain't a road.
No, that would be a little stream.
Oh, wow. This is so rustic.
I had another Sims game where I had a house where I lived by a river, and if I'm being quite honest, it was pretty annoying because people would just walk into my backyard and fish all the time.
Well, you caused this pain, so I guess we're stuck.
Well, here we are. You could kind of just, like, let the game pick, traffic control room. Hold on. Hold on, so I can just have a traffic control room here on this residential lot. Hold on. Why would you? What is this? What is the point?
This looks more like Animal Crossing than it does The Sims. I feel like Bob the Cat's going to show up and ask me for a kitty wardrobe. This is not...
How do we politely undo? There we go. Okay.
Politely undo. You gotta say please and thank you to the inanimate game.
Okay. Trying to decide how much control I really want to have over this situation because, like...
Well, clearly you want to be God.
Oh, you're right. In which case, I will be building all these rooms from scratch. Here we go, folks.
Now, my question is, do we want them to in the house, in the yard, or in the river?
I'm gonna go with right here is where they're gonna do that.
We're gonna call that the shame house.
It's gonna be the house of shame, where you do all the things that you don't want anyone to see you doing ever, even by accident. Well, we obviously have to focus our time on the shame house. That's obviously the only way this is gonna work.
I want to know, can we have a single toilet and a black light?
Okay, so the toilet is obviously in the center of the room, as all toilets should be. Let's see what we can do about lights.
Do they have black lights in The Sims? I think it'd be really funny.
Black lights. I also don't own a single expansion. Is this the kind of lighting that you had in mind, perchance?
Oh, baby, you know it. Something that really emphasizes that what you're doing here is shameful. I love the red Satan lighting. It's really what we want to go for.
Hold on, I think that I've figured out exactly what the aesthetic of this bathroom is going to be.
Oh my god.
If that goes there, hold on, it's got to be perfect.
This looks like the worst version of an interrogation space.
There we go. It's the sledgehammer tool. That's what I was looking for. Get out of here, regular house. You're not needed. Okay, there we go.
The normie house.
I have just completely flipped on the original, just sort of initial design of this house. I need you to understand that what this will be is an enormous bathroom that is not very functional and a very small house. That is how that will go.
I hope you realize the shame toilet needs to be exactly in the center of the room.
Obviously. And that's there's no question about that. Oh, Darren.
Wow, that...
Darren, it is everything I wanted it to be. Well, let's not be unreasonable. Let's give them some decent flooring, at least.
Carpet.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right, absolutely. What do you think, this turquoise? Or just like a plush comfort carpeting?
It's really got to show every stain.
Good. Do you think that it would help if people were constantly reminded of what they're doing?
Oh my god. I think, you know when they say there's an extra special floor of hell reserved for certain people? I think we are the designers of that extra special level of hell.
Absolutely. No. This is 100%. Like, I will absolutely admit that is 100% my place on this godforsaken planet. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's unfortunate that we need a way in. A door, perhaps. Like, I wonder if you could just make it an entryway and not actually a physical door. I don't think anyone would actually use it if we did that.
I mean, in real life, no, but I don't know how nasty a sim is. Put any door with windows. That'll get the point across.
Let's see here. Oh god, this looks like... I just realized the way this looks from the outside, the way it's designed is like one of the absolute worst things pretty much ever. Oh, good lord. It just gets worse the more you look at it, huh? It just progressively just increases into one of the worst possible instances of anything.
You could put a freestanding mirror between the door and the toilet. Just to really get the point across. Yes. Perfect.
Oh my god, you know what? Kudos to the Sims for actually animating this mirror.
I know, I'm proud that your computer isn't completely dying.
I know, right? We need to decide what the siding is going to be, and I'm thinking tile.
Unless you could put carpet on the walls.
Oh, I sure don't think I can. Looking for... Oh, now this is interesting. It's also allowing me to do this on the outside. How do we feel about that?
I feel very good about it. I don't know about you.
Well, the tile is up, so that's how it's happening. Now, obviously, it's going to have a pointy roof. Oh, it's so bad, Darren.
You've got to fix this.
Oh, no.
This doesn't have to be... There's many pointy roofs. You don't have to have this pointy roof.
What if it was pointy and completely flat? Would that do it for you? And also, what if it was...
I don't think you know what pointy means. That's a satellite dish.
You don't think this is pointy, Darren? Oh, this will not do.
Just make it smaller so it doesn't cover the whole roof.
But that will look horrible.
That's the whole point.
No, I suppose you're right.
You want to have a shame toilet in a room full of mirrors and carpet on the floor, but you want the roof to be aesthetically pleasing?
Okay, fine. I understand your point, yes.
Now, if that doesn't say, I'm in a weird cult, I don't know what does. It's focusing the energy into the toilet. It's pulling the energy from the universe.
We need the rest of the house. We need the rest of the house so that we can stop doing this and we can do something else. The rest of the house is going to be a very reasonable place. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't want all of this to be horrible, but it's like the rest of this house is going to be relatively normal. Oh, God.
Wait.
What? I said normal.
Now, there's a slight gap between what you say is true and what just happened. You know that, right?
I know. Oh, but what if it looked awful? Would that be better? Look at that room. Are you kidding me? This is like straight out of a Tony Hawk level. This is horrible.
Yeah, but you're not going to do a 6-month building series on YouTube.
Am I not?
What's with the squishy noises? Can you imagine how bad this is going to look when we have our nation?